Hi guys. I usually read this during holidays, but since we are out of school, I feel like we need some extra books going on. And I cannot believe I have never done way too many latkes on this YouTube channel. Probably because I do it in class. But those not in my class also watching this need to hear it. So it is way too many latkes. Chanukah in Kelm. Woo! By Linda Glaser, illustrated by Alexander Zolotic. We'll get there. Way too many latkes. A Chanukah in Kelm. And so that you guys know, this is gonna be hard. I haven't done it in a little while. Kelm is the village of fools, where God had the angels who dropped off all the different kinds of people in the world. He put some smart people in each town, and he put some brave people in each town. He put some strong people in each town. Then the angel with the sack of fools, there were too many of them, so the angel dropped them, and they all showed up here in Kelm. So Kelm has all of the funny stories. Gotcha. In Kelm, the village of fools, Figel makes the best latkes. But every Hanukkah, she only makes a tiny batch. If you're lucky, she serves you one little latke, and you dream about it for the rest of the year. Except for one year, when it all went awry. It was the first night of Hanukkah. I don't remember my latke recipe, cried Figel. How will I make potato latkes? Well, you always use potatoes, her husband Shmuel remembered. But how many, she wailed. Was it 3 or maybe 4? I'll go ask the rabbi, said Shmuel. Shmuel. The rabbi, cried Figel. What does he know about making latkes? Bupkis, nothing. But he's the wisest man in Kelm, said Shmuel. He knows more than you think. Well, maybe you're right, said Figel. Quick, go ask. Shmuel ran to the rabbi's house in 2 flicks of a goat's tail. Rabbi, help! Figel can't remember her latke recipe. How many potatoes should she use? The rabbi's stomach gurgled. He hadn't eaten much all day. Tell her to use them all. Shmuel scratched his head. Are you sure? Are these my feet? The rabbi pointed. Of course, said Shmuel. Are you sure? Asked the rabbi. Sure, I'm sure, said Shmuel. Well, said the rabbi, I'm just as sure about the potatoes. On Hanukkah, that's what potatoes are for. You are so wise, said Shmuel, and rushed home. The rabbi says to use them all, he said to Figel. All of them? Is he sure? Said Figel. Are these the rabbi's feet? Shmuel pointed. What? Cried Figel. Shmuel, where's your head? Right here, he tapped it. Don't ask silly questions. Let's just do what the rabbi says. So Figel grated all the potatoes down to the very last one. Then she clutched her head. Oi, with all these potatoes, how many eggs should I use? I'll go ask the rabbi, said Shmuel. He raced over in 2 snaps of a chicken's beak. Rabbi, help! How many eggs should Figel use for the latkes? The rabbi thought for a moment, and his stomach rumbled. Use all the eggs you've got. Shmuel scratched his head. Are you sure? Is this my nose? The rabbi pointed to his nose. Of course, said Shmuel. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Well, I'm just as sure about the eggs. On Hanukkah, that's what eggs are for. So Shmuel ran back home. Use all our eggs. What? Cried Figel. Is he sure? Is this the rabbi's nose? Shmuel pointed to his nose. What? Have you lost your head? Shmuel felt it. No, it's right here. Let's start cracking eggs. So Figel cracked all the eggs down to the very last one. Done. She groaned. Oi, but how many onions should I use? I'll find out. Shmuel ran into the rabbi's house in 2 flicks of a mule's ear. Onions. The rabbi tugged at his beard, and his stomach rumbled. Use all the onions you've got. Shmuel's eyes bulged. Are you sure? Is this my head? The rabbi pointed. Of course, exclaimed Shmuel. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Well, I'm just as sure about the onions. On Hanukkah, that's what onions are for. Shmuel ran home. The rabbi says, use them all. Oh my goodness, Faisal threw her hands in the air. Is he sure? Is this the rabbi's head? Shmuel pointed to his own head. What? Cried Faisal. My husband doesn't even know his own head anymore. What's next? Onions, exclaimed Shmuel. Don't you remember? Let's start chopping. So, Faisal started chopping. She chopped, and she fried up the latkes, up to her elbows, up to her armpits, up to her earlobes, and each latke was a crispy, golden masterpiece. Done. She wiped her hands on her apron, and she held her head. Oi, we have too many latkes. If we eat all these latkes, we'll get belly aches up to our eyeballs. Shmuel nodded. I'll go ask the rabbi what to do. He raced over in 2 shakes of the cow's tail. Help, Rabbi, we have way too many latkes. No, the rabbi shook his head. There's no such thing as too many latkes. He held up his finger like a true sage. Just not enough mouths. Very wise, nodded Shmuel. But Faisal and I only have 1 mouth each. Ah, the rabbi's stomach growled loudly. Don't worry, I can help. I'll come to your house, and I'll bring my mouth with me. But when they got to the house, the rabbi shook his head. I can't eat all these latkes, not even if I stuffed my mouth from now until the last night of Hanukkah. Oh, moaned Faisal. What will we do with all these latkes? The rabbi stroked his beard. There's only one answer. We need more mouths. More mouths? Shmuel felt around his face for more mouths. The rabbi shook a finger at him. Not our mouths. Go, invite the whole village. Quick, while the latkes are still hot. Tell everyone to bring 1 mouth each. On Hanukkah, that's what mouths are for. And so Shmuel did. The whole village rushed over to help them solve the problem of too many latkes. And oi, did they help. On Hanukkah, that's what a village is for. There were just enough mouths and just enough latkes, down to the very last one. There's no such thing as too many latkes. Only 2 people to eat it. Obviously, you always share your food, especially if it's delicious. Good night, kiddos. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, even though it's not Hanukkah time. But, like, whatever.